Hare Krishna. My name is Kṛṣṇa-kīrti Das. I am convener of the ISKCON India Scholars Board, and today I am going to discuss a video made by Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja on the topic of a video made by Śivarāma Mahārāja. So the video of Śivarāma Mahārāja is on Vaiṣṇavī Dīkṣā-gurus, and in that video he takes the position that Vaishnavis, or lady devotees in ISKCON, shouldn't take up the role of Diksha Guru in ISKCON. And Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja, he vehemently disagrees with that. So Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja's video is titled Compelling Reasons for ISKCON to Approve Vaiṣṇavī Dīkṣā-gurus, published on January 11th on YouTube. So the video itself by Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja is an interview conducted by his disciple Sarvatma. And generally it's the case when a disciple interviews his guru, it's usually a softball interview. So I promise you we will not make that, we will not do that in this video, of course. And in the video further, Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja raises many objections to Śivarāma Mahārāja's 15-minute video. So Mahārāja's video goes on for about 80 minutes, actually. So this raises a question: was Śivarāma Mahārāja's video so full of errors that it took 80 minutes to discuss? And I don't think so. It's what's really going on here is that Mahārāja is doing something he calls problematizing a certain position. So 25 years ago, he told me that, personally, that if you can't defeat an argument, then problematize it. And so Mahārāja, he actually says that this is what he's doing in this video. He says, quote, "These are not black and white points. All these arguments can easily be problematized," unquote. So what's really going on here is that Śivarāma Mahārāja has actually made a strong argument, and Mahārāja is trying to Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja is trying to problematize it. So I'm going to walk you through some of these arguments in this video. So first, we'll start by reading some of the transcript. Sarvatma. In the beginning, Śivarāma Swami says that if Srila Prabhupada didn't establish Vaiṣṇavī Dīkṣā-gurus, the GBC shouldn't do so. Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja. Okay, well, there is an underlying rule there, and so let's bring it to the surface and see if it's actually valid. Okay, so just one comment here. Underlying rule means something that Śivarāma Mahārāja didn't say or didn't imply, and then Mahārāja is going to give words to that underlying rule. So continuing on, Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja continues. So the underlying rule, or what someone is claiming to be a rule, is that we cannot do anything that Prabhupada didn't do. So that would mean that we would have to dissolve all the regional governing bodies. It would mean just all kinds of programs that we have now. Sarvatma. We couldn't drive a car. Prabhupada never drove a car. Hṛdayānanda. No, but Prabhupada authorized us. The point is not what Prabhupada did personally. It's what he authorized us to do. So we would need statements from Prabhupada saying that he had established everything that he wanted to establish, and of course we know that's not true. For example, Prabhupada did not establish Varnashram. He wanted to, and when his health became very dangerously severe and he tried one last time to come to America, he wanted to go to Gita Nagari to establish Varnashram. Of course, we had ashramas in ISKCON. We always say Varnashram, but it's really Varnas we're talking about. We already had ashramas. And so then his health didn't permit and he flew back to India. So, end quote. So my comment is, first of all, I agree with Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja's position. that just because Prabhupada did something or he didn't do something, doesn't mean in the future, after his departure, that he didn't want it. So and actually Śivarāma Mahārāja also agrees with his position. Actually, Śivarāma Mahārāja is a nice Varnashram project going on in Hungary, of all places, a Western country, not an Indian country, not a place in India. And on our own ISKCON India Scholars Board website, one of our scholars, Rama Prameya Prabhu, he made a nice presentation in rebuttal to some of the Ritvik arguments, saying that the current standard of deity worship we have in ISKCON today, which follows Hari Bhakti Vilas more closely than it did in Prabhupada's time, is actually against Prabhupada's instruction that at the time when Prabhupada was with us, he gave us a certain schema to follow, but Prabhupada also actually said that we should follow Hari Bhakti Vilas more closely in our deity worship. And later on, of course, we have come up to that standard that Prabhupada said. So we totally agree with Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja's position on this, and I also want to say that Śivarāma Mahārāja also agrees with Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja's position on this. So Śivarāma Mahārāja never said or never implied we cannot do anything that Prabhupada didn't do. What Maharaj actually means is that the totality of Prabhupada's example in pursuance of his instructions is strong evidence. So Śivarāma Mahārāja, later on, he says, quote, in the 12 years, Srila Prabhupada never put Vaishnavis in the position of senior authority. Not temple president, not GBC, no leadership position, and ultimately not a guru. So what Śivarāma Mahārāja is getting at here is the totality of Srila Prabhupada's actions, not simply just one action or this or that or one particular statement. He's actually talking about the totality of Srila Prabhupada's actions. And he's making a point that Srila Prabhupada was very consistent in his policy. Now Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja tries to problematize this. So I'm going to read more from the transcript. Sarvatma. Maybe even this may sound redundant. I will have to say it because it's in order. I'm quoting him, quote, in the 12 years that he was with us, Prabhupada never put a lady in a position of authority. Why? Unquote. Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja. Prabhupada put, what's her name? Yeah, she passed away. She was Gaurasundar's wife. Sarvatma. Himavati. Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja. No. Anyway, she was in charge of deity worship. She traveled around to temples in charge of deity worship. So one point here is that the exception does not invalidate the rule. This is a very important point. And I just want to read another thing from another godbrother of his, the late Jashamati Nandan Prabhu. In a 2014 email, he made this observation. Quote, there were 4 Mayapur festivals in the divine presence of the founder Acharya. Why not a single instance of women giving lecture during any 4 of them? 1974, 1975, 1976, and 1977. I don't remember any other instances of a woman giving a Bhagavatam lecture during my whole Krishna conscious life with Srila Prabhupada's personal presence, from 1972 till 1977. No less than 300 days. That doesn't mean there never was an instance with a woman when a woman might have given a lecture. But it is like a needle in the haystack, unquote. So again, the exception does not invalidate the rule. Srila Prabhupada did not make women GBCs, temple presidents, trustees, and Śivarāma Mahārāja also mentions this, that Prabhupada never discussed guru succession issues with women at all. So this is Śivarāma Mahārāja's actual argument. Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja's problematization actually depends on an unwarranted assumption, is that the general rules that are being cited or explained or put forward by Śivarāma Mahārāja has no exceptions. That's just not right. So there are many other things that Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja mentioned in his video that need to be addressed. Again, it's an 80-minute video that takes on a 15-minute video, and we'll see how Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja, the different ways that Hṛdayānanda Mahārāja tries to problematize a strong argument. Hare Krishna.